in life. And so I think one of it is uncovering what those ideas are. And then when I think about younger people that do want to move up, understanding what that career progression might look like. Hey, it's not always climbing the career ladder. It might be that jungle gym where maybe you got to make a lateral move to the right, go to the left, maybe you go down a rung so you can get up higher. You never know. It's not always going to be that straight vertical up and down.
Yeah, oh, and that's 100% true in construction. Like if however you're trying to make that trajectory, to be able to just build those skill sets in different areas. But I want to jump back to something that you said about the role and the authority and just like I think that's something people don't think about enough, especially when you get promoted. Like how are you going to be in this role? Are you just going to use it as pure authority? Like now I'm here, and I think we see this too much in construction, where like it's the now I'm here, now I can flex.
Right.
And it's like you said, it's not leadership, it's just authority. And that continues over time without anybody ever focusing on developing that leadership. And like leadership is a journey. It's an amazing journey. When you let it be a journey, it's amazing because you uncover so much about yourself all the time. And it's something that you can infinitely be getting better at every day.
Right.
I love that about it. But I was going somewhere with that.
Well,
I
I'd like to say, Ron, I think you're absolutely right. And one of the things that I specialize in that I'm very fortunate to do is working with sort of those high potentials that are ready to take that next step in their career, yet may not have all of the skills or training to be able to do so. They're kind of thrown, into the fire and it's like, hey, good luck. I do think the best way that we learn and develop as leaders is by doing the thing, but also it's important to be able to equip people and set them up for success. And I look at my time when I got promoted to the rank of sergeant in the Army, I had some pretty huge blind spots. I thought I had to know everything. And to make up for that, because I obviously did not know everything, I sort of put on this big facade and I was just a big burly guy. I'd yell at you and I'd intimidate you so you didn't see through me. I try to sort of compensate for that. But thankfully, myself, I did have some great leaders that saw through that and like, look, you don't have to know everything. It's okay. They sort of saw through that facade I was putting on and let me know that as leaders, again, it's the journey we're continuing to learn and develop it. And it's not being able to lead through position or authority, because that's not what we want. Even though the military at times it's very much command and control environment, and rightfully so, we still can be able to lead through those good leadership skills and behaviors.
Yeah, and that's amazing. Me and my wife just had a conversation about this a couple weeks ago. And because I was talking about my transition and like what that's like. And when you run into guys that just got out, and I just now put this together with guys that have just been promoted as well in construction, is there's this intensity in this that it's felt that it's needed, and it's because there's so much unknown, and all you know is to lean into that, especially when you've been in the military. Like that is like how you just get through. It's just pure confidence, loud, and like that's just how, but that's how it happens when people get promoted as well, because that stuff can fly. It flies in construction. Like it's allowed, but what's driving that is just a lack of understanding, or in just like in the lack of the unknown. Like when you're transitioning, we find a lot of veterans in this space where they're like way over the top with everything because that's all they know. It's like, if I am like the alpha in this situation, that is how I was able to survive before. I'm going to do that now in my civilian life, but you don't have to, like, even though it's unknown, you don't have to be that way. But in construction, like that works. And even if people don't have a past military career, they watch that is like, as you put these hats on in your career, what you see is that person, they just become loud. They become that driving force, that authoritarian figure that isn't necessarily leading,